You're just too much into yourself, not enough into me. Hey everyone, I am your girl Reese, and today I am going to be talking to you about the Aries woman. And who's a better expert than me, right? I have about 38 years of experience ever since I was maybe about 8 years old. I knew I was a Aries, and ever since then I was obsessed. But not just with my sign, but with all the signs. But of course, mostly about me because I believe, deeply that Aries, are sent here to do a lot of self-discovery. Um, in childhood, most Aries do have to face a lot of uh, battles. They're trying to figure out who they are, what they want, what they like, what they don't like. They're trying to have their voices heard and make the best decisions that's going to please not only themselves but everyone around them. Aries likes to create win-win, and if possible again, win-win-win situations or outcomes. I do think that there's a big misunderstanding when it comes to Aries. Um, you know, Aries is we're definitely um, you know very passionate, and it comes over and across in many different ways. Um, but one thing that is very unique to me about the Aries, especially the Aries woman, is that we know how to love, and we know how we want to be treated. And for anyone to do less than that could be, a reason to be a little, on the defensive side. Because we had to learn how to love ourselves first. Like a lot of people talk about how confident and amazing Aries is, and yes, we do have a very big ego. Um, we think highly of ourselves, but we also think highly of other people too. Like, it's like, well, just because we're good doesn't mean that you can't be great or even better as well. But Aries women, we hold ourselves to a higher standard, and we're very hard and critical on ourselves. That's why we might not take it so well when another person is being critical um, towards us. It's because to us, we're the only ones who know how to handle ourselves, how to teach ourselves. Aries women are very self-reliant. A lot of people like to say independent, you know what I'm saying? And yes, we always are striving to have our own. Nothing makes us feel better than having security, having a home, a place that we feel safe um, and secure. So, yeah, I hear a lot that people say that Aries women are, you know, kind of emotionally immature, or we're raw in our feelings, being that we're very. I don't like to see it as emotionally immature or aggressive or hostile or any of those words that they like to use. Aries are very sensitive about the words that you use to characterize them as. Aries cares a lot about how their character and how you see them. They want to be strong, but at the same time, Aries has always had to be the one standing up not only for others, but deep down standing up for themselves. So it takes a lot of courage to do either. Um, a lot of us are fighters, but not so much in the physical altercation um, type aggression, that you see. Although it can get there, don't don't get me wrong, don't escalate it. But most of the times, Aries' intention is to state, you know, her cause and say her piece, and then she's done with it. Aries can even, if you're in a relationship, they can even, you know, even if y'all call it quits, they can, say their piece however they want to say it, but still love you on this inside, because Aries has a unconditional love inside, almost like a child or a parent would have. Um, and that's why we're able to get over things and situations so quickly if we have if we have a blowout or something frustrates us or trigger us, or um, it's just, your time to get checked. But anyways, yes. But the Aries woman is usually somebody who is very goal oriented. Most of us are time sticklers. We're very, very good decision makers. Um, we're very quick decision makers, which can be, looks like, impulsivity. And a lot of times that's, um, it could be for good reasons and it could be for bad reasons. But Aries women do take risk and actions, especially in love. Sometimes they'll stay in relationships and kind of go through these phases where they're like the good girl and then they're the bad girl. So it all depends on the way that you treat her. Um, when you meet a Aries woman, you probably will be very, very impressed at all the things that she's known and experienced, and how she comes across as just so captivating, and standing in her truth and standing in her power, and how she's carrying herself as a lady, um, but still down to earth, kind of like a man would be. Just kind of, very, very laid back and chill, a person like you can confide in about anything. Like, I think Aries women are like, we would probably win the award for like best friends. Best friends ever. We would win that award. Now, we may make mistakes or fuck up other shit, but we will win the best friends award, because nobody loves harder than the Aries when they do love. But it just takes a lot to keep our respect, you know. And then sometimes it has to be earned. The Aries, especially as we're evolving, probably will have a lot of insecurities, and like unnecessary fears of, just kind of being left alone to do things themselves. Even though Aries, we know that we're definitely, definitely capable of doing anything and everything that we want. We're very, very successful people. Um, we know that the sky is the limit for us. We have already been to some very, very high places, We've been through some low places too, so we enjoy the ride, either way. A lot of people don't get to see the actual heart of the Aries and what all it takes to have the strength that we have to face hurdles, to face pain, and still wake up with a smile every day, and still wake up optimistic every day, still be hopeful. You know, Aries have to do a lot of um, self-care and self-love, and once Aries learn to do that, we can start to be more secure. Relation of everything that we're successful in, relationships happen to be one of our weaker areas, I would say. Finances were good, career were excellent. You're gonna find us probably in business or working on like 100 different projects, on some type of mission. Aries are usually very, very purpose driven. We have to do things that are meaningful to us, and we have to have something that keeps us motivated, because if not, we can get into a lower vibration, which is nothing wrong with that, because the Aries woman may be using that time to analyze things and come to terms with what she wants to do, how she wants to get there, when she wants to get there by. Aries is always planning. I know that people don't think that Aries makes this, plan their decisions or think before they speak, but we actually think a lot. We actually think a lot. Like, it's ridiculous how much we're in our minds. And so sometimes, you know, you may feel like you need an escape. And so the best thing for Aries to do is to turn again to what excites them, going out, traveling, trying new things, doing, social things that they've never done before. Aries women, we love to play, games. We love to, like, house parties. We love, just being in good company, good vibes. We truly cherish friendships that we have, even though relationships don't work out, too well often. But you do have, um, some long term, in between. But for the most part, we do kind of tend to, you know, it takes us a little longer to find our way in love. But we care very deeply about people, and once we love you, even if it's ended, it's still love. Even if it's hate, it's still love. And that's how Aries see everything, and that's how Aries will take everything. Everything means love to Aries in some kind of way. And so, yeah, so you are dealing with a very, very um, intelligent woman, a very assertive woman, a woman who will test you, but not to challenge your authority, but just to make sure that you're the best that you can be, because Aries looks for that kind of dominance, or that kind of trait, especially you know in men. Not someone who's too easy to catch, but who is, interested. Aries likes to move. Aries women like to move on their time and their pace. Um, and it's mostly because they've already sized up the whole decision, how much time it's going to take. Aries don't like hassle. We don't like stress. And so if we're saying no, it's not to be mean, guys. It's not to be mean if we're saying no. It's just saying that that's a lot of hassle that I don't want to do right now. I can't see when I'm driving at night. I'm not going to be going around to no, you know, laundromat and at the spur of the moment if I don't want to go. You know. So, yeah, what Aries women need, honestly, is probably a partner who has a lot of patience, uh, unconditional love, and also a tough love kind of tough love kind of trait. Because the Aries woman does like to be challenged uh, in their growth. Their personal growth or self development is everything to an Aries. So they're always, always, always actually looking for ways to improve themselves, to work on themselves, because Aries want to be the best them that they can be. That's why they don't see any other competition, because their only competition is themselves and the way that they feel about themselves. So their only competition is themselves and the way that they feel about themselves. So Aries women can be very, very close to you one day and if her emotional needs are not met or validated, sometimes she can, you know, go left after she feels that she's not being heard. But best believe Aries women usually do everything that they can to save their relationships before they, before they get toxic, or if there's a risk of jeopardizing the friendship. Because remember, Aries is gonna try to protect um, your heart the best way that they can in some situations. Now, this is with people that they know and have established, that kind of connection with. With people that they don't know, Aries woman is a go-getter. We're full of ideas. We're actually geniuses on the inside, and we know we the shit. We know we are, because of it's not what's on the outside, it's what's in us on the inside. You know, so if you're watching this, Aries, just know that you are talking to a very, very proud Aries. But I had all the other signs, who help guide me, influence me, teach me. I don't put myself on a pedestal to no one else. Um, Even though they say Aries are very hard-headed and stubborn, yeah, in some situations. Defensive, yes, we do. We do tend to take everything personal, because everything feels very, very personal, because we're so attached with ourselves, and it's like, dang, he's saying that, but how would I feel? How would I feel? So everything that somebody is saying or doing is like, well, how do I feel? How do I feel? How do I feel? You know? So it's that kind of, you know, dialogue. And Aries want to feel important and like they matter. They have to feel special. They have to feel needed. They have to feel wanted. They have to feel desired. Um, and they have to feel engaged. You know, Aries woman will get bored very quickly. Um, you know, and she might bore you too because she's not, you know, she's not really gonna, she's not gonna really push it if you push it. Aries woman is like, okay, I meet you, you meet me, you know, vice versa. Everything is like on equal terms. You do to me, I do to you. You do to me, I do to you. You know, that that kind of thing. So Aries believe that everything should be like mutual, and that people should be more considerate, you know, of us too. You know, and when it's not, you just it's not that you can't tell Aries shit or you can't tell them anything. It's just that you can't tell them what they can't do. You know, that's one of the things that you can't tell Aries is what they can't do, and you sure can't tell them what they can't do now, or what you want now. Like that's just not gonna, that's just not gonna fly. We're not on nobody's time. We ain't on nobody's time but ours, in our minds anyway. So if you come too controlling, too possessive, or too aggressive to them, you know, you could, you know, trigger a response that is, you know, a lash back. And you can lash back, they're gonna lash back again. And it's just gonna keep going until somebody shuts it down. And what I've learned to do as an evolved Aries now, is just to walk away. And I know that is hard. My other Aries, they probably be like, shit, like that's hard. That's hard to do. That is hard to do for Aries sometimes. It's just to walk away. But it's better that we walk away than to say or do something to add fuel, you know, to the fire. Okay, so that's the way to we kind of tame that beast inside, or we, you know, find ways to channel it, you know, in other ways. Like I love to write music, create music, and do hair. I work different gigs, but you know, we're always, you know, pouring our energy. But it's very, very important that we're able to pour our emotions into something, or you know, someone who will, you know, listen and really understand and not be judgmental. um, Everything again with the Aries woman is about how you treat her. So if you treat her good, she will be great to you. You treat her bad, she will be hurt. She will be deeply, deeply hurt. And then you would have to realize how what an asset you have to watch her leave out of your life. And she will leave. And she will leave for good. But she will still also carry you in her heart. And that's why sometimes Aries, you know, don't mind being single, is because we carry we still, you know, we still carry love for um, we still carry love for people, even, you know, in relationships. So it's not, it's hard for us to, you know, consider commitment long term to somebody else if you still, you know, kind of emotionally tied or some on some level to another person. I'm not saying that you can, but that could be challenging. So, but everything is about how you treat her. And if you treat her right, then she is going to bend over backwards for you. But it has to be genuine, and it has to be respectfully, and it has to be thoughtful, because she is all these things. She knows her worth, she knows her value, she believes that she is beautiful. And you don't have to be beautiful to be beautiful. That's the secret to her confidence. Okay? So, I hope this has been beneficial to some, to everyone. I love y'all dearly. Peace, love, and light. I will be back with more videos, hopefully, if I feel like it. Y'all know I'm Aries. I do what I would want to do at the whim.